I can go to sleep with this sound. Maybe not that part. It's a little eerie. To sleep with this sound, huh? YouTube, gotta mute. Oh shit, wait a minute. I forgot. The launch is tonight. What the fuck is that? Did they launch already? No, they didn't. It's less than an hour away. Oh, we have to keep an eye on this. And the countdown's still going, so right there. T-minus 51 and change. The game might be delayed.
Require huge amounts of cargo and eventually crew, and that's where Starship comes in. This year is shaping up to be a busy one for Starship. Right now we're getting ready for the third test flight down at Starbase, Texas. Every launch and mission yields critical data for continuing to improve and pave the way for our future.
That audio sucks.
And we look forward to eventual human missions to Mars, but right now we're paving the way with today's exciting mission, which will conduct over 200 scientific experiments and technology demonstrations, including new research to prepare human exploration beyond low Earth orbit and benefit humanity on Earth. But for now, I'll send it back to Megan and Raja at KSC.
And since we're hoping to go farther into space than ever before, NASA is in the process of gathering as much data as possible to understand how long-duration trips to space affect the human body. For more on that, let's go out to NASA's Jasmine Hopkins, who's at a nearby launch viewing location here at Kennedy.
Thank you so much, Megan. Yes, we're joining you from the Operations Support Building here at Kennedy, which is one of the main VIP viewing locations here. And joining us right now is Kristen Fobb from the Human Research Program at Johnson. Thanks for being here, Kristen.
My pleasure, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about the Human Research Program.
Exactly. So I see the excitement in your voice. Tell us, what is the Human Research Program? What do you guys do?
Well, it's really all about the human. So we really focus on the risk and how do we reduce risk for humans in space flight. So that can be things like behavioral health, so stress or sleep, physiological changes like bone, muscle, how does exercise impact that, nutrition, food, medical capabilities, It's really about how do we understand those risks? How do we counter those risks? We call those countermeasures. It's all about optimizing crew health and performance.
Right, and there's a lot that goes into that, of course, the human body. And right now, one of the human research program's long-standing experiments is called CIPHER. There's like 14 different experiments over a year. Tell us about that, and how is Crew 8 contributing to CIPHER?
It doesn't seem like that long ago that I was standing here talking to you about starting CIPHER. We're really excited. Crew 8 is going to have our third CIPHER subject. And just to kind of emphasize what you were just talking about earlier, 14 studies in one research.
What's up, Bob?
So that's addressing a lot of the risks that I was just talking about earlier about behavioral health and physiological changes.
Genghis.
And really what CIPHER is designed to do is to say, how do we connect those dots? All of those risks, how do they interact and impact the human as a whole over a period of time? That duration piece is so critical about microgravity, and so we're really excited about this.
Right, there's a lot of excitement that goes into this, and again, studying the human body, especially in low Earth orbit, because that's really a stepping stone. We want to go further to the moon and then on to Mars.
I'll mute for 1 second. So it looks like it's scheduled, and it looks like so far so good, in approximately 48 minutes. And oh, what a long day. 6 hours of producing. Mark didn't let me know that the show was going to happen until 15 minutes before it went on the air. Bill, you know we're doing a show tonight, and you're coming on with me. Like, what? You said you were going to do it. I said, oh, shit. So, and I'm exhausted. That's why I wasn't really on my game tonight. Because I spent 6 hours out there today. Well, 5. And I did this. This side of the house is done now. That's 2 coats. And that's high. Look at the little 6-foot ladder. Think how high I was going up there. I did the side of the house today. So I'm beat to death. It came out nice though. Tomorrow I'm gonna start working the back. That's all. Then I gotta go back and do all the white trim. Oh my God. But the blue is the hard part because there's a lot of it. The white trim, it'll be a pain because it's cut. It's cut work. That takes time. But it looks really nice. Doesn't it look nice, the blue? I'm fucking happy with the blue. It's a nice blue. Thank God I picked the right color. Look at it. It's nice. And we got time for this. That's a nice blue that I painted the house. So remember, I got to do all this fucking trim. Look how I hit because I had to stick the brush in to get it inside so you don't see no spots. That's why you see all this blue on the trim. So I got to get up there and do all the white trim. White trim. Everywhere you see white except the railings. All this. Then I'm going to paint this down here, the concrete, white. But I'm going to have to buy a white concrete stain because you never paint concrete with paint. It peels. So I've got to buy a concrete white stain for down here, which I got to look up now. But I did a lot today. Plus, I produced for 6 hours. I don't use a roller. You know why I don't use a roller? I have an extension pole. You want to know why I don't use a roller? Because the way the siding has a pattern, it has like a design to it. You have to go with the grooves to keep the design. The roller will cover that. I want to keep the authenticity of what the design is on the actual vinyl. So all of that is done by brush. Can you imagine? Keep what line straight? Oh, I don't need that. I'm such a good painter. I used to get paid good money to paint when I was young. Good money. Good fucking money. I was making $20 an hour in the 80s painting. $20 an hour painting. in the 80s by a fireman who had a company painting, and I was his lead guy. For painting, I did floors, painting, sheetrock, you name it, I could do it. That's why I did it here. So I'm really good at what I do. That's why, like yesterday, I bought a new ice maker, replaced the line, replaced the piece on the bottom of the refrigerator where the water goes into the fridge and out up into the freezer. My ice machine is working again. I put a whole new ice maker, and it's working, and it's like fucking A. Not a lot of people, even though it's simple, it really is simple to do. A lot of people can't even do that. So you just got to simply be able to be a person that is good with the use of their hands and being mechanically inclined to do stuff like that. Some people cannot do it. They're just not skilled to do it. Fortunately, since a little kid, I used to take things apart and put them back together. That's a lot of the shit I was doing when I was a kid. I would take shit apart and put it back together. Radios. I was nuts. You could ask my mother. But that's how I learned to be mechanically inclined. And my father made me do jobs around the house. So we got 43 minutes for this, but I really like that blue. I really like that blue. I'm glad I picked that blue because you have to see how nice it looks in person. It's darker than you see it here. It's actually darker in person. It's got a darker look. But this was no joke today. This was no joke today. Bigger than I expected. More than I expected. I got myself involved in a project today. But now all I got is the deck area, and I'm done with the blue. So you were one of those two, Genghis? I think there was a few of us like that we took stuff apart. What the fuck was that flying? A drone? Did you see that? All right, they're retracting. Did you see that, though? I saw something in the foreground. Might have been a drone or a helicopter. There was something, like right over there. I don't see it now. It was there. There was something there. It's not there now. But it's funny how they switched the scene when that came up on the screen, though. Coincidence. Timing is everything. But believe it or not, that helped taking stuff apart. What's up, Ahmad Ali? If you're still there. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be the last nice day. It's going to be 60. Then it's supposed to be rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then turning colder. When I say colder, 50, 51 by weekend. I'm enjoying the 60s. It was so nice today to be out there in 64 degrees. It was amazing. We're still technically in winter. Winter's not over yet. You wouldn't know it. It's 45 right now. 46 degrees is the normal high temperature for March 11th. 46 degrees is the normal high for March 11th. 54 is the normal high for March 31st. And we were at 64 today. Think about that. It's insane how warm it is. I'm looking for the forecast. And yeah, I'll put the... Okay, it's spinning. That's what it was. Tomorrow, 60. 59 Wednesday, but rain. Then 48 Thursday, 53 Friday, And there's the chill down. 47, 47, 46. And then back to 60s next week. It's crazy. So I want to get some more pink than tomorrow. And you could see there's definitely activity flying around. But we'll put the volume on as we get closer to the audio, as we get closer to liftoff. Still got 39 minutes. So hopefully it will be a launch tonight. Let me put it in real time because I don't like looking at it like this. Actually, wow. Let me see which one is closest. I bet you it's Trovo. Trovo's only 3 seconds off. Holy shit. YouTube is way off. 20 seconds. Rumble is like 10 seconds off. Kick is like 8 seconds off. Twitch is pretty good, 4 seconds. Actually, Trovo is 9 seconds. It's Twitch. That's 4 seconds. Kick is about 5 seconds. Actually, bullshit. Trovo is like 3 seconds off. For some reason, I have 2 of them open. YouTube is pathetic. 20 seconds. Rumble's about 8. So the fastest stream is Trovo. On what I see, on my end. Could be different for all of you out there. But for what I see, Trovo's fastest. For me. That's got to be a drone that we're seeing flying around, getting these images, if I had to guess. Because they've been using a lot of drones. Excuse me. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm surprised they're not showing more images from inside with the astronauts, because they usually do. So we'll see. Once they show that, I'm going to mute. I'm going to take myself off the screen. Not yet. You don't know what's going on here. And I thank God. And I was right. I usually am right about things. Not to brag, but I usually am pretty damn good at being right. 95% of the time. A prediction is one thing. But so this post office here is a nightmare. I spoke to numerous people, including the congressional office, because they called me Friday. And they are now investigating the post office. And they'll let me know in a week. So Congress is involved. The congressional member here, House of Rep Ryan. I didn't speak to him, but I spoke to somebody in his office. I also spoke to somebody who called me from where the package was sent from. And they say, we can't track it. We don't know where it is. We honestly cannot tell you where this thing is. So they said she said, it's chaos and it's going to get worse. I was like, what are you talking about? The fucking post office under the asshole La Hoy, the Trump appointee, who screwed the post office up so bad that across the country, there's all kinds of issues. And it's not because of the weather. It's because they're fucking the post office up badly. Because this is happening nationwide. They closed because that's one thing. The post office has been losing tons of money for years. So first of all, they raised the price of the stamp up to 60 something cents. It went from a drastic increase. That's one. Secondly, they're closing down a lot of smaller post offices to save money. What that is doing is, all these post offices that they're closing, they created 2 distribution centers in my area. When I say my area, covering hundreds of miles. And they are now distributing the mail and the packages. She told me, this is what she told me, the one from Kingston, on the phone. She said there's only 2 distribution centers now in the whole area, Albany and Newburgh. They're closing up a lot of these post offices. They don't have carriers in them. Now they're delivering from those distribution centers to these post offices that are still open, that no longer have carriers in them. Loading docks. No more. They're gone. There are no more carrier trucks. You know the little trucks that deliver the mail? Or the big trucks you see going into the loading docks? They don't have them anymore. They're gone. This is creating a clutterfuck of a mess for distribution of mail and packages. Because now the one that I rely on, the one near Stewart Airport in Newburgh, is delivering to all the smaller post offices. And they don't do it all the time. So it's not about being understaffed. It's that they created a new networking of trying to process the mail. In other words, this main post office distribution center is now sending the mail to Beacon, this is across the river, Fishkill, other towns across the Hudson River, over here, points north, points south, points west, to all these towns, Walden, Cornwall, Newburgh, Beacon, fucking Walden, you name it. One post office is now distributing the mail to all these places, and they can't handle it. It's chaos. Instead of doing a slow rollout, they did this all at once. And it's a disaster. I know the package is out there. I know the package will eventually get here. It's been 2 weeks almost now. It's somewhere out there. Because I'm not the only person that's gone through this. Many people are complaining. So this is what's going on over here. And it's been going on for months, since November, that I know that they moved the carriers out. It's been going on for months. And thank God I don't depend on, I have no worries about mail coming in for pensions or a check in the mail or bills in the mail, whatever. Do you realize how many people are suffering right now because they're not getting their shit on time? And I said that when I wrote the thing. What about those people that depend on it? There's not a lot of happy people out there right now. The post office is a mess over here. And then I spoke to some people and I asked them the question, how's your mail been going in Arizona or certain places? Oh, it's a mess here. Really? Oh, yeah, it's bad. Why? This is not just here. It's happening across the country. It just got loaded up. And I feel bad for the seller because for me, if it's lost, I don't have to pay. for him, he's going to have to depend on the insurance and make a claim. If I don't get the product, I don't pay. It's over $1,000. I don't have to pay a penny. I never got it. I'm not responsible. I'll just buy another one. But I can't do nothing until I know it's officially canceled, that I get my money. You know, I'm not going to make another move until I see what happens with this. But I feel bad for the seller, because he's probably wondering, where the fuck is this thing? He's got to be sweating it out. Because, you know, I hope he did the insurance. This is why I tell people, don't ever use the post office to deliver a package. Why are you doing that? Why are you taking that route using priority mail, whatever? Use UPS. Worst case, use FedEx. Do not use the post office to deliver packages. They suck. And it drives me nuts every time I get something in the mail, priority, this. Why are you using the post office? They're the worst. They were never known to be a package delivery system. That was UPS or even FedEx, but not the post office. I never send packages out to the post office. That'd be the last, I don't even know, that's last choice. And if you want to go the cheap route, maybe that's the way. But if you want dependability, use UPS. I've never had a problem ever with UPS. Ever. This post office is a fucking nightmare. At least from this location. I mean, you got to learn from it. I guarantee that person that sent this package will never use USPS again. If he's smart, he'll never use the post office again. It's a learning thing. If you get burned like that, you're going to do it again? I don't think so. You're a fool if you do it again, if you got burned like this. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jessica? They sent babies back in the day. Shit, a fucking delivery by bird would be better than this. That's another thing. Amazon. Do you know how fast I get Amazon packages? Because what they're doing now is building these huge distribution centers, and they have a lot of the items in stock at the distribution center. I get a package the next fucking day. I can get it the same day, pay a little extra. I could get it the same day now. Amazon is stepping it up. When I was in Arizona, Mark needed a cable for streaming. He ordered it that morning. I was with him, with Marianne. He got it that afternoon. In a few hours, it was there. And it cost like $8. What? I was like, holy shit. I'm not kidding. I get Amazon packages the next day, depending on what time I order them. It's incredible. That also is happening with like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, because guess what they're using? UPS. Or FedEx. They're using FedEx a lot, actually. FedEx comes early in the morning here. I get my package at like fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, holy shit, it's already here? Depending on the route they take, the UPS guy, he lives in the neighborhood. He's a good friend of mine. He comes like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. FedEx is here by 11 a.m. Amazon comes later. I'm probably like last on the route, but one of the last. They get here like at 5, 6 at night, depending on their route. I have it down. But the post office, and Mom gets pissed because she's a retired postal worker. Don't talk about the post office. Like, oh fuck yes, I'm talking about the post office. They suck. They suck. Oh. And you know what they send me? Sorry for the inconvenience and your frustration. We apologize. I could read it to you. Because I am making a big stink of this. I am making a big stink of this. Because if somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to do it. Because a lot of people just let it go. Not me. This is not about the incident. It's about the principle of it. Because if it's going to continue. Because it has been going on for months. And I'm fed up. Tell me I deleted it. I may have deleted it. Wait, customer support. Yesterday morning. Oh, here it is. Oh my God, it's so small I can't see it. Please accept our apology for any frustration and inconvenience caused. Sincerely, your United States Postal Service. Frustration. Inconvenience. That's what you're going to write? Thank you again for bringing this to our attention and your patience while we review this matter. And they said that they elevated this case. Elevated this case. You should have fucking made this top priority case. How many times do I gotta write you people and contact you people to get this recognized? So now I'm on an elevated case thing, status. Elevated. We're gonna take this all the way. DEFCON 1. So I had to reopen the case because they closed the case. I said, how could you close the case when I never got the package? Do you know where it is? No, we don't. So how come you closed the case? That don't make no sense to me. Somebody's screwing this up badly. So, and like I said, I got my Congress rep involved and their office because it's a federal agency, the post office. Let's get Congress involved. A congressional representative. I had to fill out a constituency form with all my information. A lot of information, a lot of personal information. So, yeah. Jade, it's crazy. It is crazy. Like I said, I feel bad because I can buy one anywhere. If this doesn't work out, I'll just buy it from somewhere else. I feel bad for the seller because I hope he put insurance on it, because that's going to be a fucked up loss. I mean, think about it. Ugh. I would be flipping. I would be flipping out. If I sent that and it's gone, missing, now what? What do I do? See, I'm the buyer. I could just say cancel it. Lost. Done. For him, not so much. So I feel for him, the seller. Really, I do. Because he can't be going through... What's up, Dagger? All right, I'm going to shut up now because we got about 20 minutes before hopefully this launches with the crew heading to ISS. So I'm going to mute, get off screen, and enjoy this, hopefully. God willing, Godspeed to the individuals, the astronauts on this heavy. That's got to be a trip to be on, to know that you're sitting on top of a huge fucking rocket and about to be blasted into space. That's got to be a feeling. I don't care how trained you are, there's got to be some nerves and butterflies running, you know. I know I would be. There's no way. It's a human condition. There's all kinds of adrenaline flowing. All kinds of emotions too. Excitement, apprehensiveness. I won't say fear, because they live for this. This is what they dream of. They aspire to be in a position like this. It takes not many people, out of all the people out there, a select few get to experience this. They are the chosen ones. But you still have to have a little nerves going on. Sitting on top of a fucking rocket, hundreds of feet above the ground, like 200 feet up on a rocket. I think it's like 180, something like that. Can you imagine that you're sitting and you're waiting and that clock starts ticking down and you're like, oh shit, here we go. This is it. There's no turning back now. It's time. I would have to have some, and I know they don't do it, I would have to have some fucking music going on. Like, get my mind off shit. All right, give me some earbuds. I want to hear some music while I rock and roll my way to space. All right, I'm going to crank this up.
The reason we need to launch at a specific time is because Dragon is basically trying to catch up to the ISS, which as we speak is orbiting the Earth at more than 17,000 miles per hour. That means we have to deliver Dragon to the correct orbit, and we also need to time its trajectory relative to the orbiting laboratory so that they are in the same place in orbit at the same time. A precise liftoff is crucial for achieving a timely rendezvous between Dragon and the space station. So at this point, if we hear a hold called for any reason, we will have to stand down and target our backup launch opportunity, which is tomorrow at 10:31 p.m. Eastern. So with all systems go, I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca for a status update from Houston.
Thanks, Ronnie. The flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston are ensuring the space station is ready to receive Dragon. They're also checking that all the communication links between the station, Dragon, and the ground are working properly. Right now, everything is proceeding as planned. The teams here in Mission Control Houston, the team in Hawthorne, and the astronauts aboard the space station will monitor the autonomous docking of Dragon on Tuesday when they enter joint operations, which happens when the spacecraft enters the approach ellipsoid, which is an invisible boundary that helps us monitor spacecrafts arriving and departing. After docking, the crews will perform a series of leak checks and then work to...
working. Expect more words here in a few minutes, shooting for T-minus 10 minutes to get you a brief.
Oh, shit.
And we just received an update that we are proceeding towards launch. Once the crews perform those series of leak checks on board, they will work to open the hatches both on the Dragon side and inside the station's pressurized mating adapter. We expect hatch opening to take place about an hour and a half after docking. Once on board, the astronauts will be greeted by the space station crew and will then join in for welcoming remarks for the... Here in Mission Control, Flight Director Garrett Hain is on console overseeing the team for launch, and Paul Kanya will be on console on Tuesday for docking. That's it from here in Mission Control Houston. I'll toss it back to the team in Florida. Megan, how's it looking?
Thank you, Rebecca. If you're just joining us, we are now at T-minus 16 minutes, 7 seconds and counting from the 8th astronaut rotation mission to the International Space Station under NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Rajachari, commander of the NASA SpaceX Crew 3 mission, here with me. And Raja, we just heard a call out saying to expect another crew brief at T-minus 10 minutes about the crack that the teams are currently monitoring in the side hatch seal.
Yep, and that's a pretty standard at T-minus 10 is usually when they...
A crack in the hatch seal? There's no way they're launching.
And for the crew to make sure that they're all ready to go.
Oh my God, there's a crack in the
in the
hatch.
At least that one open issue. That's
seal.
Also kind of the logical time.
Are you
for them
kidding
to
me?
update Crew 8 on the status of that before they go into the final terminal count. Not to say that they can't continue working it during that 10 minutes, but that's sort of I think the checkpoint they gave the crew when they'll give them some information about it. And so, yeah, it's always exciting, and I think the administrator said exactly what we would expect and exactly why we do what we do, that of course safety will be paramount. Of course we want to see them launch. Obviously the families want to see them launch. Crew 8 wants to get there, and the expedition on the space station wants to see them, but clearly we want everyone to be safe. So
I bet you it's going to get scrubbed. I bet you.
We're taking the steps towards
I don't like
launch,
that.
but we're
Crack
waiting for that team
in the
to
hatch
really
seal.
give us the final
Right, so we'll
resolution.
continue doing stuff in parallel to be ready to go.
Sure.
But obviously the analysis still has to get completed.
So when Crew 8 arrives at the International Space Station, they will be greeted by 7 other crew members, including NASA astronaut Laurel O'Hara. She's been on board since last September and delivered this personal message to her soon-to-be new crewmates.
Hey, Crew 8. I'm so stoked for your launch and to welcome you on board the International Space Station. I very vividly remember my first few days on Space Station, so I'm looking forward to getting to relive those days through your eyes, and I'll try not to laugh too much. Matt, it's been an amazing 7 years so far. It's going to be really special to get to fly with you, such a good friend, and I know this is going to be one of our craziest adventures together yet. Mike, I can't wait to share this boat with you. Jeanette, looking forward to continuing the good times that we had in Star City together. Sasha, there's no ice rink on board, but we have some other games planned up here. I hope you guys have a beautiful launch. I hope you enjoy the special time that you're going to get to have in Dragon together orbiting Earth. And we'll be on board waiting with a big meal prepared with all the foods that we don't like. So with that, safe travels, and I'll see you on the other side of the hatch on Space Station.
I like that she said she'll try not to laugh so much as we're inviting 3 new first-time flyers onto the space station.
Yeah, Laurel.
Genghis, were you reading my mind? Duct tape? Well, I've got duct tape. Plenty. If SpaceX needs it. NASA. I've got 5 rolls right here. Plenty. I could ship it to you and you'll get it by Amazon in a couple hours. Oh my God. A whole fucking box full of duct tape. Oh, Jesus.
With the crew to talk an issue that the team is working. Roger, can you talk to us about that? What are your final thoughts as we approach that?
Yeah, so I mean, we got to see, I think we kind of had an inkling just watching, you even brought it up as we were watching the hatch close out, just a lot more time taking pictures. And as we talked about at the time, the reason we do that, and they mentioned even back then, they said they maybe saw hair. And so as they go through and analyze those pictures, it sounds like, at least from what we could hear on the loops we can hear, and there's probably a whole bunch more going on in the background, that they're doing some analysis to see that a crack they saw in one of the photos, it sounds like. Whether that case and the analysis shows that we have what's called margin, meaning there's not any concerns for the worst case scenario of a re-entry, as it sounds like what they're calling the bounding case. So that analysis I expect will be ongoing. It would not be unusual for them to tell the crew, even at T-minus 10, like, hey, we're still working it. We'll get you an update prior to launch. Because, again, the more time you buy the team to do the analysis, the more conclusive of a recommendation they can come to. So I would expect
There is no way,
poring over that data.
if there's a crack, I don't care how big the crack is, that you're going to put their lives in jeopardy. You fucking scrub this, and you check it and make sure it's not a life-threatening situation. You cannot launch with a fucking crack. I don't give a shit what. It's disconnected. The arm is disconnected. What, they're going to analyze it? That's something you need to really see.
For a follow-up.
I don't think it's going to launch.
Go ahead.
All right. We are confident that we understand the issue and we can still fly the whole mission safely. We're comfortable proceeding because the condition is bounding by existing analysis, as already mentioned. Additionally, we expect the gap created by this crack in the seal to close as the material will swell with re-entry heating. And finally, it's on the lower heating side of the vehicle during re-entry. The engineering team here is comfortable proceeding. How copy?
Oh, shit. It's a go. They feel comfortable with the conditions that it's going to mend itself back together.
With that, Crew 8, confirmed displays are configured for launch.
They're going to do it.
It seems like we are go for launch. The team
Go for
telling the
launch.
crew they are confident.
SpaceX Dragon, displays are configured for launch. Crew 7, this is Crew 8, we're coming for you. It's time for Crew 8 to relieve you of the watch onto the International Space Station. SpaceX Dragon, we are ready for you to cast off the strongback and launch Dragon Endeavour on its 5th voyage.
There you have it, the team confident that they can fly this mission end to end. So now In this final stretch of the countdown, we're going to turn it over to Sandra and Ronnie at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California, to take us through launch and ascent.
We copied all. Godspeed, Crew 8.
Thanks so much. So with that and Crew 8 sounding excited for liftoff, our next major countdown event will be around the T-minus 9.5 minute mark when the Falcon 9 launch commit criteria get checked by computers. So right now we're listening in for that call. The launch commit criteria are specific thresholds and pieces of information about the entire Falcon 9 system needed to make sure that the rocket is healthy. Of course, we have many systems in place to ensure that the rocket and crew are both safe leading up to liftoff and during flight, now that we're approaching terminal count. Our teams are performing all those final checks before launch.
Back in Mission Control Houston, there's a variety of systems and console positions that are also being worked in tandem and monitored by the team. These include cameras aboard space station, reboost capabilities, as well as a console that monitors trajectory to ensure everything is looking good. It'll be about a 9-minute ride to orbit today, and that's about the time that we'll see second stage cut off. A few minutes after that is when we'll see Crew Dragon separate from the second stage. And along the way leading up to this, you'll be hearing some performance calls as we get into the final countdown.
Is the astronaut on the left sleeping?
These are SpaceX flight controllers reporting on trajectory,
Or dead?
speed,
That person looks like they're not moving. It looks like they fell asleep.
Other calls you'll hear the crew
Is
make
the
as
eyes
well
open?
after
I can't.
liftoff.
Oh, there it is.
The
Okay.
crew will report out
Thought he
number
was
and letter
sleeping.
combinations, which mark different abort zones throughout the flight up the eastern seaboard.
He looked like
The
he was
first
sleeping.
Two, 1A
Look at him,
and
he's just
1B
chilling.
have that name because they're in the first stage, and that will last until they're up to the very north of North Carolina. The next are 2A through 2E. Those will come into play once the second stage kicks in. That takes us from the top of North Carolina all the way to the tip of Newfoundland in the northern Atlantic. Diverting a little bit from the other naming systems, you will hear the call Shannon, or Forward to Shannon, which refers to Shannon, Ireland, meaning they would target off the coast of Ireland if they were later in that second stage and did need to abort. So again, you'll hear these different callouts throughout the flight uphill, along with key performance callouts from guidance, navigation, and control officers, and you can expect to hear from them on calls on trajectory and propulsion as well.
So one of the next callouts we're listening for is the announcement that Stage 1 engine chill has started, which is one of the key processes that prepares the engines for flight. Right now, propellant in the tanks is isolated from the engines, but at T-minus 7 minutes, we'll open the engine pre-valves and start passing just a trickle of liquid oxygen through the Merlin engine pumps,
Engine chill has
chilling the
started.
engines for the start sequence. There we go, right on time. Now, we do this because the super chilled and densified liquid oxygen is really, really cold, and we use this process to bring the engine hardware down to a cooler temperature before flowing all of the LOX and propellant into it during flight. At liftoff, Falcon 9 is consuming 700 gallons of fuel per second, so engine chill helps us to prevent thermal shock and ensures nominal engine performance. So again, now that we've got that good engine chill call out, shortly after that, we should be looking for that Stage 1 RP1 load complete call.
So with that engine chill now underway, we're looking ahead to the call out that RP1 load is, and there you heard it, RP1 load is complete. RP1 is densified kerosene or rocket fuel that will propel the crew into orbit. All of that RP1 is now loaded into the first stage, and we did hear that the second stage was completed a short time ago as well. We're still loading liquid oxygen on the first and second stages. This is the oxidizer needed to combine with the densified kerosene that just finished up loading. Coming up, we'll hear the call for Dragon to configure for terminal count and then transition over to internal power. Then we'll hear the propellant tanks on Falcon 9 are getting ready to pressurize, adding some additional rigidity and structural support as we get ready for the strong back to retract. At first, it will move just a couple of degrees, and then we'll see it swing open completely the moment of liftoff. That strong back provides access to Falcon 9's fueling lines and umbilicals for both prop load and the different gases being loaded on board. We'll continue to check through a couple more fueling milestones, including one around the 2-minute mark before flight, where we will hear that the liquid oxygen is finished on board the second stage.
Dragon is in configured for terminal count. Falcon 9 tanks pressurizing for strongback retract.
And we did just hear that call out. Dragon is in terminal count. The onboard computers now are taking control of this spacecraft. The first stage will finish liquid oxygen loading in about 3 minutes, followed by completion of second stage LOX loading 1 minute later.
Strongback retract has started.
There's a call out over the nets that we are moving forward into strongback retract. The next thing you might be able to see on your screen is actually going to be the clamp arms opening up around the base of this second stage. That will allow the strongback to recline about 2 degrees away from the vehicle. And because we've now begun pressurizing Falcon 9, we know that it's strong enough to stand on its own. That TE will throw back all the way to 45 degrees at liftoff. The strongback is part of the transporter erector, which provides liquids, gases, and electrical connections to the vehicle. Here you can see those clamp arms have fully opened around the base of just the trunk of Dragon on stage 2.
And so the next major milestone that we're tracking today is stage 1 LOX load being complete. We expect that call out at about 3 minutes when that first stage LOX load will be completely finished. So all those white clouds of vapor you see on your screen right now are normal, and we'll continue to see them build up as we get even closer to launch. Because liquid oxygen is super chilled, it boils off a little bit in the warm Florida air. In for the call out that stage 1 LOX load is complete.
Stage 1 LOX load complete.
There's the confirmation that we have completed loading liquid oxygen on board stage 1, but LOX will still be loading for about another minute on board stage 2. Then we'll prepare to vent down the TE, which is going to produce another white
Dragon
cloud.
is in terminal count and is on internal
You may also
power.
hear. There's confirmation that Dragon is on internal power. You may also hear an announcement to the crew about that venting procedure.
So everything continuing to go as planned this evening. We are now 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from the launch of Crew 8. Standing by in about 15 seconds, we should hear the call out that the second stage LOX load is complete and that Dragon is in auto idle.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
And with that, you did hear that LOX load is complete. Gas closeout has also begun, so we're now isolating all the feed lines for the different gas systems from the Falcon 9 rocket. They'll then get... Great news, continuing to move towards launch, and you could even hear some of those gases being vented over just shortly. And you can hear it even better now. Something else you might see here in a few moments is water being poured onto the pad. Because rockets are super loud, the sound can impart loads back on the rocket itself, so that water helps absorb and prevent the sound from hitting the structure and reverberating back onto the rocket.
FTS
Coming up
armed.
on 1 minute until
Startup
launch.
and is now controlling. Dragon is in countdown.
The flight termination system is armed, and we are in
Dragon,
countdown.
SpaceX, go for
45
launch.
seconds.
Dragon copies. Go for launch.
Reports go, crew reports go. Now
T-minus 30 seconds.
about 30 seconds away from liftoff.
$15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engines full power. And liftoff. of NASA Crew 8. Go Falcon, go SpaceX, and go NASA.
One Alpha.
Endeavour ascends, a beacon of human ambition. 1.7 million pounds of thrust now propelling Falcon 9 and Crew 8. Vehicle is pitching down range.
Nominal power and telemetry.
And we are getting good call-outs on propulsion. Falcon 9 engines now throttling down to help pass through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Stage 1 throttle up.
1 Bravo.
So with that call out,
Copy 1 Bravo.
we know that Falcon 9 is throttling back up, and that 1 call out for 1 Bravo means that we are in the second and final abort mode for the first stage, continuing to get good performance from Falcon 9. Now at this point, the crew are already pulling over 2 Gs. And with that call out, we know that that engine chill for MVAC, which is our second stage engine, has now also begun. That also means we have a couple of events that are going to happen in rapid succession. First is that chill on the MVAC engine, and then we'll have main engine cutoff, or MECO, where the 9 engines on the first stage of Falcon 9 will cut off ahead of first and second stage separation. Then the Merlin vacuum engine on board the second stage will ignite and carry the Crew 8 astronauts to orbit, while the first stage begins its journey back to Earth. At this point in the flight, the 9 Merlin engines are starting to throttle down, and we're standing. There's that call out for throttle down, and we're standing by for MECO.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
2 Alpha.
Copy 2 Alpha.
So those incredible views on your screen, and of course the cheering behind me, means that we have had successful main engine cutoff, stage separation, and ignition of our MVAC engine on board stage 2. We are also in 2 Alpha for the aborts if needed. Of course, that second stage is being illuminated on the right-hand side of your screen by our single Merlin vacuum engine on board stage 2. Now, the next milestone we're tracking is the stage 1 boost back burn on the left-hand side of your screen. And we are expecting completion of that burn in just about 10 seconds.
And so Crew 8 is now traveling at over 4,000 miles per hour. We're continuing to get good call outs, everything going really smoothly today. That second stage will continue firing until we reach about 8 minutes into the flight.
Dragon SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Dragon.
Good performance on the lone Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage. The crew's G-load dips right when we hit the separation event, and it's going to continue to build up now. Again, we just heard another call out for nominal trajectory. That was the guidance, navigation, and control officer stating nominal trajectory, or everything is looking good. Dragon is pointed in the right direction, continuing its flight uphill. This second stage will continue to fire until a little over 8 minutes into the flight, accelerating Dragon to more than 17,000 miles per hour and placing the crew in orbit. Right now, the crew is traveling at 4,500 miles per hour and is over 93 miles in altitude. That single Merlin vacuum engine can produce over 220,000 pounds of thrust in the vacuum of space, and you really see it doing the heavy lifting right now.
So while Crew 8 continues on its way to the International Space Station, the first stage booster is on its way back to landing zone 1.
SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Confirmation there that the trajectory for both vehicles is looking good.
Now, the first stage has a couple of events itself in order to land. At T plus 6 minutes and 16 seconds, stage 1 will begin its entry burn, which will be the first of 2 burns prior to landing. During this burn, Falcon 9 will ignite only the center engine for about 10 seconds in order to slow the vehicle down before it reaches the denser parts of the Earth's atmosphere. That will be followed by the landing burn at T plus 7 minutes and 21 seconds. This time we'll light 3 engines and the burn will last for about 20 seconds, ending just about a minute before we expect Dragon to be inserted into orbit.
And so we did also hear a couple of different ground station call outs like Bermuda. That is one of the ground stations that we're receiving telemetry from, and everything continues to look really good with the trajectory. The crew now traveling over 6,000 miles per hour. Again, this second stage will continue to light for a couple more minutes before second engine cutoff. At that point, the vehicle will coast for a few minutes before separation. And it looks like we're starting to get some views of the Florida coast there on the first stage as it continues to make its way back to Earth.
Dragon SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Continuing to get good call-outs, everything going smoothly. Now almost 7 minutes into the flight of Crew 8.
So the next milestone we're standing by for is stage 1 landing burn start. Again, as stage 1 approaches the Space Coast to touch back down at landing zone 1.
Amazing. It's just amazing. Look at that. Fast too, it comes in. Look how quick.
Stage 2 FTS is safed.
And it is great to see that first stage back on Earth. Coming up, next on the second stage is second engine cutoff. You can hear some excitement here at Hawthorne at SpaceX headquarters as that first stage successfully landed back on Earth. So second engine cutoff will take place here in just a couple of minutes. Once the lone Merlin engine cuts off and stops firing, the second stage will continue to coast for about 3 minutes until Dragon is commanded to separate. At this point, Dragon will separate from the second stage and will fly free with Crew 8 still on board and in orbit.
Shannon!
Copy, Shannon.
And that call out for Shannon, indicative of Shannon, Ireland, the very last abort zone in the second stage. The Merlin engine is about to shut down. You just saw it there on your screen.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal orbit insertion.
Hearing good call-outs following second stage cutoff. The crew is in a nominal or as expected orbit. That is great news. That launch escape system. And we are getting our first view of Crew 8 inside Endeavour. 3 of them in space for the very first time. So again, we'll continue to coast for these few minutes after that second stage just shut down. This helps to allow rates and motion to settle out. There are actually small reaction thrusters on the upper part of the second stage that can be used to counteract any residual motion, basically making sure that we're in a stable coast before Dragon separates from Falcon. We expect that separation here to occur at about the 12-minute mark into the flight. So again, we did hear that the crew has been successfully inserted into a good orbit. This is the crew in microgravity, 3 of them for the very first time, all good call-outs.
So right now, the second stage is performing a series of checkouts as we prepare to separate Dragon from stage 2.
And so we will see that separation coming up in just a couple of minutes, after which a number of activation checkouts occur automatically. First, we'll be checking out 12 of the Draco maneuvering thrusters all around the service section of the Dragon spacecraft. And then we'll also begin to get ready for nose cone opening. Nose cone stays closed for the flight uphill to help protect all of those guidance, navigation, and control sensors. It also covers 4 of the Draco thrusters that will be used for the majority of the different phase burns, requiring Dragon to catch up to the International Space Station. So we are standing by for Dragon separation to occur here in just about 30 seconds from now.
Of course, the view you have right now on your screen. Oh, actually, now that our view has transitioned, you're getting a great view of Dragon's heat shield. This camera is on top of stage 2 and looking up into Dragon's trunk.
So if you're just joining us this evening, we had a successful launch of Crew 8. They're on their way to the International Space Station. The first stage has already returned to Earth and landed successfully, and the second stage has shut down, and we're awaiting separation, and you see it on your screen right there. Dragon and Endeavour now flying free.
Dragon, SpaceX, this is your launch chief engineer.
Go ahead.
Welcome to orbit. It truly is our greatest honor for you to trust us to launch you into space. It's been a pleasure working with you, and we trust that all the science and work you're about to do will continue to move humanity further towards the stars. We hope you enjoyed the ride, and thank you for flying on Falcon 9. Please send our regards to Crew 7, and make sure to remind them you just wanted to be fashionably late. I'll hand it off to the launch director for a few words.
Dragon LD, hope the ride was as awesome as a Cybertruck. Have a safe journey to the space station, and we look forward to seeing you when you get home. Thank you for flying SpaceX.
SpaceX, oh my goodness, what an incredible ride to orbit. I'm both glad and not glad that you don't have a copy of our ICS. The cheers the whole way up were incredible. A big thank you to SpaceX for incredible instructors. Tyler, I'm talking to you and your team right now. Incredible instructors, engineers, and operators. They're the reason we are now safely in orbit. A thank you to NASA, Roscosmos, CSA, ESA, JAXA, who work together to make the International Space Station work for us all. And of course, big thank you to my family, friends, and mentors who are the reason we're here today. Over to you, Mike.
Yeah, hey, Eric, just to let you know, it's kind of like a roller coaster ride with a bunch of really excited teenagers. Just want to mention the NASA community is just a really warm but steely-eyed family that does amazing things, and it kind of hugs you, but it pushes you into the unknown while watching your back. It's really been an incredible place for me to grow over these past 30-plus years, and now I'm really honored to fly this new generation spaceship with this new generation crew. Thanks to my own family for tolerating my otherworldly habits. Thanks to NASA for being the backbone of exploration that we are. And just thanks so much to our friends and colleagues at SpaceX for the awesome ride. It's great to be back in space again.
And I would like to second Mike and Matt's words. I'm super excited to be here. And, I need to hear, and the words that come to my mind is that I'm so grateful and I'm thankful for everyone who got us to this point. There's no way we would have been able to do this without all the people, from all the instructors, from all the people supporting on the ground, to the people, the folks in the kitchen who kept us fed, and Liz out at SpaceX. You know, I'm so grateful for everyone, and I just want to give a big thanks to my family and friends who came from all over the world to see this. Thank you for supporting me through all the days of waiting to get to this point. Thank you for everything. And I want to give a quick shout out to my sisters who couldn't make it, Brenda and Patty. And then I also want to give a nod to Syracuse, who supported me through everything. And I am in a New York state of mind right now. It is amazing. Thank you for everything.
Warm greetings to everyone from the orbit. I would like to express huge gratitude to Roscosmos, NASA, ESA, JAXA teams, and all who took part in preparation and implementation. A separate shout out to my family and friends. Thank you for your support. My sons, Serежа, Vlad, Sasha, be good. Кузбасс, Москве. See you soon. Всех тепло приветствую с орбиты. Выражаю огромную благодарность коллективу Роскосмоса, НАСА и САДЖАКСа и всем без исключения причастным к подготовке и реализации нашего полета. Отдельный привет передаю своей семье и близким. Спасибо вам за поддержку. Сыновьям Сережа, Влад, Саша, будьте молодцами. Кузбасс, Москве, до встречи.
That's it? Pretty much.
Dragon, we copied all, and we see the vehicle chasing down the International Space Station on orbit. Nose cone opening is in progress. We saw nominal dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts. With that, your go to raise visors. And I've got one final note. We have a tradition on board this spacecraft for its travelers to bring a small token, a zero-G indicator, if you will, to clearly demonstrate the free-floating nature of objects traveling in orbit around the Earth. And I wonder if you've brought anything fitting that description.
Let's see what they brought.
Well, you should ask. Oh, man. So per tradition, we, of course, have a zero-G indicator who's already been deployed. The significance of our zero-G indicator is not actually what it is, but who chose it. Many parents around the world have jobs that take them away from their children and families for long periods of time to serve their communities, their country, and the world.
Can we see it?
Military families are a prime example, but many jobs, including our own, share this trait. The choice of the zero-G indicator was given to my daughters to represent the sacrifice that children everywhere make while their parents are serving away from home. We chose a stuffed family dog, and she is free-floating here today.
Will they show it? Maybe they're waiting for it to be caught on the camera before
Matt,
they
we
show it.
copied all. Good words. I think we don't have video inside the capsule. We'll have to come back with you in a minute for a video of that stuffed dog.
No worries, Big.
Looks like they're adjusting the camera.
So right now on your screen, you do have that initial video of nose cone deployment. And again, the nose cone is opening to expose those two sets of hooks that Dragon will use to autonomously dock with the International Space Station.
I want to see the stuffed dog. That Genghis, not the
Of course,
actual
loved hearing that crew's
dog
description
stuffed.
of their zero-G indicator, and we're standing by.
There
for those
it
views.
is.
Zero-G indicators really do become an important symbol of microgravity flight and the communities
That doesn't
behind
look like a
each
dog.
mission. So for those of you following along, you'll know that our first zero-G passenger was Little Earth
okay.
on demonstration mission 1.
That was
Here's
mission
Little
1.
Earth on board Dragon on that DM-1 flight, and later on board the ISS. Today, just 5 years later, we've reached 50 people flown to space. From 0G to 50 in just 5 years is pretty incredible. And of course, here in Hawthorne, I actually have the real Little Earth that went to space safely back on Earth with us here in Hawthorne. Little Earth is a celebration of zero gravity indicators, an essential component of space missions that help mark the transition into zero G. From Yuri Gagarin's famous pencil to modern indicators like Little Earth and demonstration missions to Tremor the sequin dinosaur, zero gravity indicators have become a way for
It's
all of us
definitely a
to
doggy
connect
toy.
with and celebrate human spaceflight.
Like a stuffed animal.
Human
Little
spaceflight has
thing.
come so far in the last 5 years.
It's gotta be like a
SpaceX
plush
has launched
doll
9 human
of a
spaceflight
dog.
missions on behalf of NASA and 4 commercial astronaut missions. That's a total of 50 crew members to space since 2020. 34 on behalf of NASA and their partners, and 16 commercial astronauts, including the first all-civilian mission to space and the first all-private passenger mission to the International Space Station.
In addition to flying people, SpaceX also enables researchers the opportunity to fly critical science to orbit. SpaceX and Dragon carried over 1,000 research experiments to and from low Earth orbit and the International Space Station, and transported over 300,000 pounds to and from the station since 2012. Researchers from around the world use the space station to address complex human health problems on Earth, studying disease formation, testing drugs and diagnostic tools, and examining the inner workings of the human body. At any one time, the station hosts hundreds of investigations spanning every major scientific discipline from physics to microbiology.
Every mission yields critical research and learnings that help make life both on Earth and in space better. From DNA sequencing to 3D printing, studies on the space station test a variety of technologies, systems, and materials that will benefit life on Earth
Dragon,
and be
SpaceX,
needed for
we see a
future
nominal
long-duration
nose cone opening,
exploration missions.
GPS and forward bulkhead Draco checkouts, and we see an upcoming burn in
Oh, that
23
looks
minutes,
amazing.
Q3.
Go back to the planet view. Oh, we got the camera back. Where's the animal?
Getting great views of Crew 8 on board their capsule there,
Oh,
and
there it
standing
is.
by hoping we might get a shot. There is their zero-G indicator. Loved hearing the crew's description of who chose this animal and
Fucking
why,
Tycho got to
and
space.
everything that it means to them, to their mission, and obviously the community standing behind each of these 4 astronauts.
Tycho left.
And in addition to that, we heard some great words from the crew expressing their thanks and excitement to be on orbit. Really great to see them successfully on their way to the International Space Station. We had a successful nose cone deploy as well as those Draco checkouts, everything continuing to go really smooth. So for now, we're going to end our coverage from here in Hawthorne until we pick back up with our docking coverage in about 26 hours.
So for now, we're going to hand it back over to Megan and Raja at Kennedy Space Center to wrap up today's launch coverage.
That was awesome. That was awesome. It's always awesome. That never gets old. It never does. I mean, the nerves are still, on edge. It's, oof. You know what's going to be crazy? When the Artemis 2 and 3 go up. Because the Artemis 2 is going to go around the moon, and then they're coming back in a splashdown. Artemis 3 is when they actually land on the moon. Those are going to be, whew, you want to talk about nerve-wracking. Now, the one going around the orbit of the moon and then coming back to a splashdown, that's a big deal. But the one that's actually going to land on the moon, I think it's pushed now to 2027. I think, last I seen. That's going to be... I don't care what I'm doing. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. I am going to be watching that. That's going to be... The whole world, I think, will be watching that one. I would think. To have humans back on the surface of the moon. Doesn't matter where you're from. just to see that event, that's I don't want to be like cliche, another big step for mankind, but humankind to get back. Just don't order anything through the mail wherever they start launching rockets. I know, right? SpaceX. It's got to be SpaceX. Anyway, that was cool to see that. I'm glad that somebody mentioned it in the chat. I don't know if it was Kevin. Somebody, when I was doing the show with Mark, put it in the chat and it caught my eye. As did a comment caught my eye by a certain individual directed at me. I noticed it. But I'm so focused on the show itself. You know what I mean? Little snippets like that don't bother me. Because my focus is totally on something else. But not that I don't notice. Because obviously I'm watching chat. That's why I picked a couple of comments from it and mentioned them to Mark and Tara. And I will be doing the show with Mark on Sundays for the foreseeable future. So get used to it. As long as Mark wants me there till I'm there. Like I said, tonight I was a little tired, obviously, from painting all day. And, you know, Mark tells me, because I totally forgot, Bill, we're doing a show in 15 minutes. I was like, what? I didn't even set up the stream. I had to set up the stream on Rumble, elsewhere. And I'm doing a live show, producing. I'm like, holy shit. And I'm sitting here ragtag in a mess. So I barely made it. And pulled it off. Tara didn't know until, like I told her after. So that's why she was a little late. It just happened. But it was bang, bang. But it worked out. Coffee helps. But I'm beat up. I mean, I painted a lot today. That was a... Mark is brilliant. Brilliant. What's up, Marco? I mean, I've learned to not interrupt him. If you noticed, I wasn't interrupting because I have a very bad habit of interrupting. That's why I was also laid back. I'm trying to break that bad habit. But I did try to get in there before he moves on to another thing. I've got to get in there before he does. And it's not easy because he's just flowing. It's hard to interject because Mark is like, let me lower that because I know this is going to get loud. And it's not scripted. It's not like he's going by a script. It's just coming from what he's focused on talking about. Now, he's got outlines that he works on for the show. But sure is not scripted. How could it be? The way he just shoots it off the top of his head. It's incredible. Now, I hope he contacts the person that I put him in contact with. My neighbor's son, who has already received his master's in astrophysics and is now going further in his education in Beijing, China. All through NYU. I think the first country he was in was Germany, where he got his master's. Now he's in Beijing. And all of this is education through NYU. So I'm trying to get him as a co-host with Mark. Not on SkyTour Radio, but maybe sometimes on SkyTour Live. And I think it's a 13-hour, his father told me, it's a 13-hour difference. So if he does a show at 10 o'clock at night, a Sky Tour, Eastern, it's 11 a.m. in China, in Beijing. That could work. So hopefully Mark will get on that. I think it would be brilliant to have him on the show. Brilliant. Because he's already been recognized in the astronomy community by scientists on a paper that he wrote about black holes. He is a rising stud. And he's only, I forgot how old he is. He's super smart. This kid is brilliant. And he's my neighbor's kid. And I see him once in a blue when he comes over to visit, which is not often. And it's like talking to Mark on steroids. What comes out of that brain is like, oh my gosh. So hopefully, and his name is hard for even me to, I'm not going to say his full name. But his father texted me, which I got to tell Mark. Emre. I'm not saying the last name. Emre. E-M-R-E. His name is Emre. They're Turkish. So Emre. His last name is, I couldn't even try to pronounce it. I couldn't even try to pronounce it. Oh my God. But one day, I'm going to have his email. One day I'm going to ask him to come on here. I have the email. I'll email him. I'll get him on here. There it is. I'm going to write him. Not now, but then again, I will now. Because if he's up and awake, like, it's, what time is it? It's like 12:30 in the afternoon in Beijing. You never know. Plus, I know him. I should have thought about this before. Okay, I'm going to email him. Okay. Why not? It's an NYU email, but it's his. Okay. Hey, Emre, it's Bill, neighbor. Okay, your dad gave me your email. I hope you're doing well. Oh shit. In Beijing. And would like to introduce you to my dear friend Mark Antonio, who is a well-esteemed astronomer. Also would like to know when you are available. Spelled that wrong. To have a discussion about going on his show or during a sky watch. Let's talk soon and great success in your Okay. Let's send it away. I should copy myself on it. Okay, message sent. And there it goes. I'm gonna leave. I don't even have to leave it open because my phone, if he emails me, I'll hear it on my phone. But that would be cool. Later, Jade. You probably left already. I don't know if after all this, it's 11:30. It's not too late if I want a game rage right now with this. Because that's what's going to become, a game rage. Because I don't know where. I think I'm still trying to find my way out of this nightmare. I don't remember. I think I'm still stuck. I did the main mission of it, but I'm still finding my way out of this ravine, they want to call it. Crazy shit. Me and my side missions. Yeah. Where are we? Did we already get that? Yeah, we did. So where the fuck are we going now? How do we get out of here? That's right, I'm still stuck. Michael. Okay, it doesn't look like that complicated. Okay, if we can cross that bridge, I should go straight. But do we go above? We have no choice. Because there ain't no fucking bridge down there. Alright, Jessica. What's up, dead son? How the hell you been? Oh my god. I'm never gonna do this. Okay, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. The bridge should be... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. We gotta use the map. It's the only way. Now, where the fuck am I going into? The woods? Entrance. It's like a circle. Dude, I've been so busy. Oh my god. I've been so busy. Life has never been so much more busier than what I'm going through now. With all the content that I got at the station and adding more. I think I'm gonna end up killing myself. It's like, Jesus, Bill, stop already. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is not a good thing to go back. We have to get out of here. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Okay. You know what? Let's just make a... Okay, there's the road. But the road's not going to take me to the right place. We got to go all the way down there. That's going the wrong way. But if I make my way to a campfire, I can fast travel. I would like to know what that question mark is, but screw that. All right, time out. Do we go up or do we go straight? We cannot go straight. Oh, yes, we can. All right, we really got to pay attention to the map. Okay. Curve left. Curve left. Is this the left we need to go? Let's see which way we're facing. No. Wrong. Gotta go that way. What is that? When I hear that munch, I want to eat something. All we got to do is get to a campfire and we're good. Then I can get out of this nightmare. Okay. Campfire straight and then right. Let me just look around. Watch, we can't go right. I'll flip out. Oh, we're back at the house. I know where we are now. This is great. Oh my gosh. Fast travel, but we should rest first. No, we don't have to. Oh God. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We read that already. Oh, that's great. I got out of that nightmare. Comes. There he is.
Your
there she
sweet
is.
talk will not work here. The Banisher is not as stupid as he looks.
What news of my sister?
I found her. I found your sister.
Has she?
He knows
Has
she
passed?
did.
Yes.
Oh, dear Lord.
I'm sorry.
She's gone. My sister is gone.
What happened between you?
My sister was complicated, sir. A good Puritan, but no stranger to the sin of envy.
Envy isn't usually fatal.
Did you have a disagreement?
Oh, aye. We've had a few. From when she was a child, Edith dreamed of position. Me? Well, I just wanted good land to till and decent food to eat.
There's something you should know, and you must know it now before more harm is done. Daniel, you're haunted by your sister's ghost.
How could it be otherwise? No one bears a grudge like Edith Keane.
She blames you for her death.
Of course she does. She blamed me for everything. She blamed me for our poverty. She blamed me when the crops failed. She blamed me for the map. The map? Of course. Did you find the map?
Aye. There was a map. I'll be keeping it for now.
For the best, no doubt. For the best.
I'll need to have a look around your house. Hope you don't mind.
Do what you please. I've nothing to hide.
You fool. You'll not last long without me.
I wonder if... Okay.
Traces of a ghost's memory resonate here.
Oh shit. What do we do first?
Between digging up gold and digging up worms, I know which I'd choose.
Neither seems to have made them rich. They came prepared. Not prepared enough, it seems.
Let's see. Cross the bridge, go through the forest, turn east, and... Good. I've got everything I need.
Caught red-handed! You thief! How dare you steal from your own sister?
I just wanted to look at it again. Here, take it back.
I bloody well will.
Daniel planned to go hunting for treasure alone.
He kept it a secret. She found out. There's more to this. Shreds of a memory linger here.
And Shaw and Drast Toki Min Kurster.
The camp is doomed like the rest of New Eden. We go.
The risk is too great.
We claim the treasure and leave directly.
You're as foolish as our father and you're going
Don't!
nowhere.
You're as headstrong as was our addled mother.
She was stern, but she was fair. Half for you, half for me.
God grant me patience.
Edith left with half a map.
Daniel wouldn't agree to her plan. Did she try to cut him out? There's more to this.
Wait a second. Wasn't there somebody just sitting there? Or am I... That's the map we already checked. She was just there. There's nothing left in here.
So, is it done?
I know all I need to know.
So you can help me?
Let's speak frankly, shall we? Having caught you trying to steal her part of the map, your sister fled alone into the woods.
I weren't stealing it, I was just looking at it. Is it my fault she ran off into the forest?
I think it might be, friend, yes.
You don't feel guilty?
No. Her greed killed her, not me. You don't know her. She'd have gone no matter what I'd done.
I said I'd help you, and I keep my word. You must face your sister one last time. Edith, show yourself.
Oh there, Daniel. Here I am. Dead because of you!
Banish her! Now, man, do it before she does something terrible.
End your mewling, you bag of shite! The Banisher knows that this is all your fault.
No, not mine. Your misadventure was your own.
All right, that's enough. If you can stop bickering for just a minute, perhaps we can get to the truth. With that, we may even have an ending.
Which one? Holy shit. Let's find out more information.
I saw your letter, Daniel. You planned to return to Yorkshire.
This land is cursed. If I'm to die miserable and poor, at least I can do it at home.
Bullshit. You wish to go home and buy a great big farm and be important. A man of standing, no less. Pah! You're a liar and a fool. This country could make countless fortunes, including ours. Idiot!
Even dead, will you not just bloody well shut up?
Edith, you were determined to make the farm prosperous, am I right?
A fool's errand. The land is cursed.
I knew I'd never be a queen. I'd like as never be a mother. But I would make a garden grow, and in it, I could content grow old. We are the salt of the earth, sir.
The saltier sister has lost its savour.
Oh, shit. Oh my god. It was her fault for going into the fucking woods alone. Did he double cross her? He didn't do anything. She ran into the fucking woods. This is a choice. Wow. I don't know which one to choose. I'm just gonna do it.
Edith went treasure hunting alone, aye. But only because she knew you, Daniel, would double-cross her. She was right.
You tried to steal the map, you antiquated rogue!
I didn't try to steal the map, you horrible old drudge. I just wanted to look at it. 'Twas you who sneaked off after the treasure alone.
You left me no choice, you meal-mouthed excuse for a man. And now I am dead.
Right. That's enough.
I've had enough of these two. Let's get it over with.
And now it's telling me to choose that.
Edith, you went after the treasure alone. You had a wee accident. You can't hang it on Daniel here.
That's right.
Without your scheming, I'd not have braved the woods alone. Without your scheming, I'd yet be alive. You killed me!
You killed yourself, you stupid cow.
It's true.
All right. We know enough. Let's end this.
Shit. To me, it's her.
Edith Keene. Your anger may be justified, but you pose a danger to everyone here. Your presence is killing your brother slowly. Worse, you're ruining the crops. People need to eat. We must banish you.
I won't go so easy.
Oh, shit.
I demand to speak to another Banisher.
Sorry, I'm all there is. Goodbye, Miss Keene.
Whoa!
There is nothing for you.
I did.
You did the right thing.
Wait, no, not yet.
You did the right thing.
Okay. Now, there's more to do here. There's another one here. We're not doing the main mission yet. We're gonna get rid of these side missions first. get the most out of this game. As long as I don't end up in hell like before. 'Cause that was nuts.
Oh, thank God you're back.
Why, Mr. Switcher, whatever is the matter?
I was home, working. All of a sudden, the book in my hands was torn apart. What does the devil want with me?
Not the devil, but a ghost. You must know it now.
Till lately, I would never have believed such nonsense. This never would have happened in Yorkshire.
I know, it's true. Kevin, that's the key.
I've passed through Yorkshire. Seems nice enough. Why leave?
Why does it matter?
To understand why someone is haunted, it helps to know a little about them.
Fine. I came to treat the sick and chase the devil from New Eden Town. My cousin, Nicholas Doolin, may the Lord keep him, said the town needed doctoring. I took my chance. But when the devil came a-knocking, well, we were forced to leave.
For a rationalist, her faith in God and the devil is strong.
Why didn't you follow the governor? You and he have a similar disposition.
I do not doubt the governor's faith, but between you and me, his sermons put me to sleep. It was difficult to leave New Eden Town. But I'd left one home behind. What did it matter if I must leave another?
Did you leave a lover behind? If that's not too impertinent a question.
It is too impertinent a question, thank you very much. And the answer is no. I left my patients,
So
and I
who's
left a sister.
haunting her?
Things between us had soured. Rather than try to
Sister?
fix the unfixable, I chose to start over.
Unfixable? Why?
She was to wed, and I opposed it. It was the mistake of her life. I would not lie to comfort her, and she would not forgive me for it.
That's good to know. Though I don't yet understand how it relates to your haunting. Mind if I look around? I'm aware this is your home. I've no wish to trespass.
If you must, you may. Do tread carefully,
I should go.
The Lord will guide you, Banisher, if you let him.
Whatever the ghost wanted, it made quite the mess.
Someone has an axe to grind. This ghost is bent on ruining the doctor's business.
Maybe they didn't like their medicine.
You must break the engagement.
First, I'll thank you for your concern. Second, I shall refuse. Felicity and I shall marry.
You have the pox. You'll infect your wife, and both of you will die.
So cease your nagging and do your job. Cure me.
Quite the contentious consultation. The patient in question must be our ghost.
Yep.
He had syphilis and didn't take it serious. She took that personally. This could be useful.
Shed key.
Someone threw a book through the window.
Our ghost's modus operandi, it seems. We're done here. Time to take a look outside.
Shed.
Could this be the sister?
The ghost is connected to this picture. Time to summon him.
He come foolish is hook.
Why am I here? Oh, that was a clever trick. Now you see me, you lucky things. Can you hear me too?
Aye, we can hear you. We've not met. I've seen your likeness. In the picture, he seemed in better shape.
Well, now that's not very polite. Who are you, anyway?
I'm Antea Duarte.
I don't like him already.
This is Red McWraith.
Geoffrey Rollins, me. Pretty as a picture. Near as pretty as you, my lady fair.
We're Banishers. Looks are not high on our list of priorities.
Banishers, are you? How very attractive. I wager you smell good. I wager you smell dangerous. I like you.
Why do you stay to haunt Evelyn Fitcher?
Because, my lady fair, she let me die.
But she was your doctor.
A physician. Her physics didn't save me. A doctor, she doctored me and good.
You think she didn't try hard enough?
I stand before you, my lady fair, as proof of it.
You've a very high opinion of yourself.
I've earned it, my lady fair. I'm charming, educated, handsome, kind, attentive to your every need. Ask anyone.
Like who?
Why, like Eleanor Jane, or Madame Cresswell, Penny Ryder, or Penny Tup, French Jenny, Greek Nell, Tall Sally, well, perhaps not Sally. I owe her money. Geoffrey is clever, they will all say. Geoffrey is kind. Geoffrey is so very, very handsome. And who am I to argue with such knowledgeable women?
What if I don't agree? Red's right. You don't look great. You look unwell.
Alas, 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 alas. Now who will tell me the truth about myself? Where is French Jenny when I need her? I may not be as handsome as your Scotsman, but I have my strengths. Why can't you be pleasant, my lady fair? Why not tell a man what he wants to hear?
The portrait. It's very good. Whose work is it?
It was a wedding gift from Evelyn, my sister-in-law.
A mark of her affection, perhaps. Was she dear to you too?
Evelyn? Dear to me? No. Her sister Felicity, yes, very dear. Dear, dear Felicity. Dear Felicity. My wife-to-be, had fate allowed it. Yes, I was intent on marrying Felicity, and would not be deterred by some midwife's trifle.
Mistress Fitcher knew you had syphilis. Is it any wonder she would oppose your marriage to her sister?
She was the doctor, my lady fair. All she had to do was cure me.
All right, we have work to do. Stay put, Mr. Rawlings.
I'm a pleasant man wronged, and I'll not be tamed. Not I, my lady fair, not I.
I don't know how much more we can investigate. We read that already. We already did. Oh. What the fuck am I missing? 1312, it's... Is it back in the house? Or in the back of the house?
The dose makes the poison.
The answer is here somewhere.
Can't be in there. Hmm. Fifteen, 14, 13. It's gotta be in the fucking house. We already read that. What are we missing? We already read that shit. There's nothing else. It's definitely in there around the house somewhere. It can't be back in the shed.
What news, my lady fair? Draw me a picture, tell me a tale.
What can you tell me about your illness?
Don't worry your pretty head about that, my lady fair. 'Tis nothing, nothing at all.
If the pox was nothing, then what killed you?
Why, it was love. I had fevers. Sunlight would hurt my head. I had tunnel vision, my lady fair, and I did not like it. Then one day, I could no longer speak. My legs refused to work, my muscles rebelled against me, and in the end, so did my mind. At the last, there was a pain, like someone reached into my chest and crushed my heart. I did not like that either.
I'm no expert, but that doesn't sound like the Great Pox to me.
The pox was nothing, old man, nothing at all. I was a fool in love.
I wonder if she poisoned them.
When your symptoms worsened, did Evelyn change your treatment?
No, she upped the dose.
With what did she treat your lesions?
Salts and powders, powders and salts. And did they work? No, they did not.
The fuck am I supposed to choose here?
Powdered quicksilver, perhaps. Too much affects the muscles and makes one's heart rot till death occurs.
That's it. Powdered quicksilver, mercury salts, and Mistress Fitcher increased the dose.
Poisoning, perhaps?
Wait, what?
A poisoning indeed, and not by carelessness. She is not a careless woman.
I guessed it right.
Are you telling me that
Welcome back,
Evelyn
Justin.
Fitcher, Mistress Fitcher, the midwife, my sister-in-law to be, poisoned me? I'm gonna kill her.
Geoffrey Rawlings was obnoxious before. Now he's
Ugh.
downright nasty.
Aye, Mistress Fitcher's in danger.
Do you think she killed him?
Yes, I do.
So do I.
She did it to save her sister from syphilis. I understand that.
Still, she's a murderer.
What would you have done to save your sister from the pox?
I'd have told her the truth and trusted her to call off the wedding. Not sure she'd have listened, mind you.
Ah, come on!
Spectral fire inbound.
Iron kiss for you. Die, you bastard!
I should have went the other way. I'm not so sure.
This can't be true.
Here we go. He's torturing
Geoffrey
her.
Rawlings, stand away.
Mind your own business, me lady fair.
Oh shit.
I have to do this myself.
Not hard enough. It's about to shoot. Did we miss a few?
I can handle this on my own.
No, you can't.
To me!
Going again, huh?
Stay put.
I have to do this myself.
Peter!
Get rid of the other Spectre first. I'm right here, you know.
These shites toughened up. Away with you.
It's over. They're gone.
By God Almighty, what on earth were they?
I know who haunts you. Your ghost is the spirit of one Geoffrey Rawlings.
Oh Lord. I thought I knew the voice. I thought I glimpsed his face.
He was your patient. Syphilis, I believe.
Yes. But this was years ago.
Fearing he would give your sister the pox, did you poison him with quicksilver?
Is he here in search of revenge?
Oh, shit.
Yes. I stole a few months of Geoffrey Rawlings' life to save decades of my sister's.
You acted from love for your sister. But the choice was hers, not yours.
What would you have done? Knowing you could save a loved one's life, what would you have done?
The good lady doctor has a point.
Let's get to the bottom of this. You've both made your choices. Now it's my turn.
Banish that fucker.
Geoffrey Rawlings. Selfish, reckless, and impenitent. You did not listen to Mistress Fitcher. You did not listen to your doctor.
She poisoned me!
She did. Perhaps you should consider why. Alive, your self-seeking put your bride at risk. Dead, you're doing the same to her sister.
She poisoned me! Does that not count?
No.
It counts, until the moment it doesn't. That moment, Geoffrey Rawlings, is now. Hear me, and be gone. Be gone.
And you're gone.
So, ghosts are real?
We did tell her.
Well, thank you for your help. I should get back to work.
Indeed. Life to the living. Never mind, it's a Banisher thing.
shit. There's one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at all of them. Why can't we travel? It's an underground location. Fuck. Damn it. There has to be a way to fast travel. Where the fuck are we? Oh my god. How come I can't fast travel? Because we have to get to a fucking campfire, that's why. God, where's the nearest one? All the way back there. Am I going the right way? No. Sure. Yep. I'm gonna go up this way this time. Okay. These two blues. Those are locked. They're both locked. Wow. I'm gonna take a break for the night, but I want to fast travel. Which is the best one to go to? There's one right here. That's one of these.
That rock. A letter from the dead, perhaps.
Okay, 1, 2. Where's the third? Oh, shit. There's gotta be a third.
Words from the past linger here.
There's the third. Okay, so wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty easy.
What the? Oh, ho there! Would you happen to know why the bridge is up? Sir? Oh!
Shit.
Can people not stop murdering each other for one bloody minute?
And put us out of work?
I'd almost welcome the change at this point.
Holy shit.
Come on. The body would have floated downstream. Jane's fiery grove. Let's search around.
It's going up the number. Here we go.
Have some of this.
Going again, huh? Never mind. I'll do this myself.
What the fuck is it? Oh shit, look who it is.
Think you could take on a ghost? Throwing a tantrum, are you?
Reinforcements!
Don't just stand there. Move! Did we miss a few? Quicken yourself. Yes!
Nice. Gotta be around the water's edge. The body.
Letters for Fort Jericho.
There's your new job. Now you're a postman.
Nah, not for me. Too dangerous.
Fucking blood on the other side. Something's got to be around here because it's all glowing. Where?
There's a tough one.
This fucker just transformed.
Throwing a tantrum, are you?
Oh! Cavaco. There's gotta be something here.
What's that?
What's what? Blood?
An echo. We may have found our victim. A very broken strongbox. Empty of its train band payroll.
Our messenger was also carrying money, and it's gone.
There's gotta be more fucking clues.
Who's there? Help me! Help me, please! I know you! You're the Scudder boy! Help me up! Help me up there! Come, boy! There's blood, but I'm not so badly hurt. What are you doing?
Oh shit.
Put that blade away, boy! No! No! No!
Oh. Damn. It's a lot of stabbing.
The rock didn't kill him, nor the water. The Scudder boy finished the job.
And robbed him blind.
A dead messenger, a missing payroll, and a single name.
Young Scudder didn't seem the type. Then again, they rarely do.
He left me hanging from a tree. He's definitely the type.
Right next to me, he was. He was just here. To this little segment, I'm taking a break. I gotta go to bed. I gotta do things in the morning.
This must be Jane's watchtower.
This looks very fucking familiar. That's what it looks.
Reinforcements!
You shouldn't stay in there.
Oh shit.
You're in its sights, Red. I think I heard...
Time for me to shine.
Come on.
Careful. They mean business now.
I think I used to count my wolf kills on one hand. Is that the sound of a corpse cocking its gun?
Fucking shit.
This isn't over yet.
Oh my god, they keep coming.
Ah, shut it.
Incoming.
Piss off.
Okay, can't get in there. Just checking.
Cannon powder.
Peaceful. No wonder she kept it to herself.
A haven where one can mourn and scheme. Well, I want to.
One day you shall have it, and we can scheme in it together. She's an artist. That makes her doubly dangerous.
She suffers alone. Reminds me of me upon a time.
She glories in the killing. You are not the same.
And here's the cash. There's enough powder and shot here to bring down an elephant.
Or a flock of hummingbirds, perhaps.
There's more.
Jane tracked the mercenaries to the swamps.
There's still more.
chance to kill them all.
With the help of Squire Sincere Paris.
More Spectre mess for us to clean up?
Let's go do a little scouting.
Holy shit. Are you serious? No. Could it be? All the way over there? No. I don't know. We're just gonna have to follow one. It's not looking good. Is it? It's going up though. That doesn't make sense. The fuck? That's where we gotta go. He was gonna tell me to go the wrong fucking way, that's why. Definitely need a break after this.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
for my soul. You're on your own. Never mind. I'll do this myself.
It won't hit him.
Time for my solo.
Can't hit him. Shit.
I have to do this myself.
Oh my god, let's hurry up. I gotta save. I'm gonna flip. Uh-oh. I don't like the way that's looking. Okay, the number's going back down.
Banisher.
Arthur, how goes it?
It goes to shit is how it goes. Every damnable time. Here, the way I see it, you owe me. Maybe you can pay off a little of your debt. The camp needs nails faster than I can learn how to make the buggering things. You could bring me some. I remember Nellie mentioning a blacksmith in Fort Jericho. Perhaps a merchant there may still sell his craft.
You have anything useful to sell, by the way?
Decide for yourself.
I don't know if that's a better...
You have anything useful to sell, by the way?
Decide for yourself.
I don't remember what I have. Oh, it's definitely better than that.
I'll take my leave.
Good.
Oh, fuck off. Want to go up there. That's the main mission. This might be a good time to take a break.
Jane.
Banisher?
We found a contract between you and Squire Paris. Are you still his indentured servant?
Tread lightly. Touchy subject.
I am a free woman. Once I was in chains, but I was free in my heart. The squire bought my freedom. In exchange, I gave him my protection.
Is the contract still in force?
My contract with Paris is good, because my word is good. It needs no written paper. You white men love to be told what is true by what is written down, when the truth is right before your eyes.
I'll leave you then. Good day.
Talk to beloved Scudder. Where the fuck is Scudder? It's around here somewhere. So once I leave the area, that will go to a different color. I'm surprised it's still blue. Okay, there. That's what I was waiting for. That's the blacksmith. Oh, this is a good place to take the break. I'm so done. So tired. All right, this is where I take the break. 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a save point, so that's good. I'm just burnt. Unless I want to paint tomorrow. Sam Samovich. All right, that's it. I can take the break for the night. Game is saved. Hello and good night to Sam Samovich and Jessica and Marco and anybody else who may be watching. I need to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. I painted today. I got to get back out there again tomorrow and paint some more. So this is what I did today. Right there. So the side is done. And I got to work the back. But slowly but surely, the house is making a transformation. So that's good. More to do tomorrow. Before the rain comes Wednesday, Thursday. I got to attack as much as I can. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Be well, be blessed, be safe. Until the next